It's time to think about pruning climbing roses after winter. The first thing is, if the roses are a once a year flowering rose, like a Banksia rose or a old rambling rose like Dorothy Perkins, don't prune it until after it's flowered. So we won't do those just yet. For the more common repeat flowering types of climbers, it's a good idea to start to prune them now. What we want on the climbing roses, we want long branches and we want flowers all along those branches, like this one here. The things that produce the growth and the flowers are these buds. If there are a lot of buds on a branch, all sharing the food that's in there, then the shoot grows a short distance and ends up with a flower on it. If we were to cut it so that there's just a few buds on that branch, then all the food goes to the remaining buds and then it'll grow long with a flower on the end. So this is one where these little buds here, they're all sharing the food, so they get a little bit of food, so they grow a short distance and put the flower on. In this case, the bud came from here, used all the food that was here, and grew a long distance and puts a flower on. Here, the buds come out, they grow a short distance, and then put the flower on. So what the climbing rose is most likely to look like now would be something like this, where you've got some long growth that's got short growth bits on it, and other bits which are just going to be sort of in the way. The same principles of pruning applies. We consider the competition of these buds with each other and how light gets into the plant. In this particular case, what's going to happen here is this shoot here, this branch has finished growing, and now all the side shoots are going to come out, and because they're sharing, they're likely to grow a short distance and then put the flower on, and that'll give flowering all along that branch. In these particular cases here, this has already happened, and now you've got these shoots here wanting to come out. They'll probably have only a little bit of food because they're sharing with everybody else. They'll grow a short distance and put the flower on, but this can be tidied up a bit. So on these kind of these kind of branches, we might want to keep them long. What we'll do with those is we'll cut these things back a little bit. In other cases, like here, we've got shoots that are potentially going to get in each other's way and stop light from getting into the center. So what we'll do in this particular case to start pruning it, I'll get rid of this one here. This will allow light to get into the middle. In these particular cases, I might want to keep this particular branch, so I'll cut them shorter. Same here, in this case here, I want more light to get into the middle. I've got these guys here growing into the middle. I'm going to reduce those. Same with this branch here. I'll do the same thing along there. And in this case here, I've got three competing systems here. I'll try to favour the stronger one by cutting the other ones out. The result of all of that is that more light gets into where these buds are, These buds along here are going to grow. They're all going to share the food with the other things that are in that branch system. They'll get a little bit of food, and the likelihood is that they're going to grow a short distance and put the flower on, which gives flowering all along that branch. In this case here, these buds here, these guys here, they're all going to come out and they'll grow a short distance and then put the flower on, which gives flowering all along that branch. In other cases, I'm going to have shoots coming from down near the base, and they're going to grow long and then put a flower on the end before they subsequently make side shoots with flowers on them.